Hersh Hanfling.
Yeah.
En geboren is July 23, 1920. The war started.
Yeah.
I was at that time 19 years.
Okay, so what was life like in Poland before the war started?
Poland was a nice city with Rabunim, you know, and it was the Ropsche Rebbe, you hear?
Yeah.
The Ropsche Rebbe is Aneinigli, the Rebbe Ramoshai, he was the Rebbe over in the state. Then when he died, it was a son, the Hersh, and he died. There was another one, and Stachina Rebbe, there were one had to go. It was a rubbish.
When did you start to feel the anti-Semitism in Poland?
Well, anti-Semitism, it was all the time, but
when did it start getting worse?
We didn't fight with them, and they didn't fight with us.
Even when you were little?
Well, I was born. Oh, yeah, I got it. Yes.
This is when you came from Poland. This is after the war. All these documents.
See this one? This is not a picture. This was a postcard from the. What I say this?
From the town. Picture postcard of
the
town, and this is the street that he lived on.
What do you call this thing?
What?
What do you call this? Galicia?
Oh, Galicia, yeah.
Yeah, but
the area was called Galicia. It was Rozvadov.
On this street, I was born.
So when did the Germans come to your town in Poland?
The time when the Germans came in, it's about when because the place where they got inside. But the minute they came in, they took everybody to clean up the bombs, what they call it, and there was about 4 weeks they were with us, and then the Shanahaben, it was Shanahaben, they came out in Mark, inside over there. I didn't know what they out. Came by over there. Oh, a lot of people standing over there already. Poor, maybe they ran away someplace. And about 12 o'clock, something like this. What? Come on. Oui. I have got even I'll be a share. Oh, you come in with your car. Yes. We went around. See. In this side, someplace, there's a sun here. A river. It's a river.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's you can go here to the sun, and you can go here. A big one, a street, a bridge, you know, and they pushed us on the pie this way, about 200 kilometers, you know, and to the sun. There's a river, the Sun,
right.
over there.
A river by the name San, and
So
it was next to the town.
Over there, we were sitting, and it took in the water, I was with my father, with the mother, and two sisters over there, because one got married already. But the river, and he upfested with, the Polish people was looking on it in the Pafreiler.
So what happened? What happened?
He's gonna tell you. Come over there and you get an order. If you're not going to be 6 o'clock out, push you in the water. Shit, I know how to swim. My father he knows all to the same. My mother and the sisters, they don't know that in the Sunday thing. But we were lucky. All the time, people pushed money with other people because the bridge was bombarded, broken everything. So, all of a sudden I hear, Murka, a kayak can take it with 2 or 3 people. He said, he came over and said, hey, Murka, how many people are there? He said, you see, well, I can't take it, all you, it's 2 girls, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't take it. So he took it, my mother and my brother, my
Sister.
my father. He took them, and me and the 2 sisters stayed over there. Then he came back, and he didn't want to take it money. I said, what is this going on?
He's just a Polish?
So my father, I asked my father, what? He doesn't even want to take money. So he said, he owes me plenty money. Because when they used to go to something to, in the store, he didn't have any money. So my father wrote a little book.
Yeah. Father had a grocery store.
That's why they didn't want. He didn't want.
Father had a grocery store.
So yeah, then sewing.
He used to have credit. So
overnight,
the tab
was one couple over there in this bridge or a small slipped over, but at night they pull up. Not the Germans.
Polish.
If you're not going to be on the other side tomorrow, we're going to kill you. You hear people of Polish. It came in the morning. I had to take my mother, the sisters. We rented a wagon,
wagon.
With a house.
Horse.
My mother went on with the younger sister, went in the other one, walked to a city, Zaklikov. And that we stayed because my family had cousins over there, and they helped us a little bit. Simple story. I came over to Zaklikov. Yeah. So, and from Zaklikov, it's a different story already. They, in short, I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
Zaklikov, they came in, Saturday night, about 12 not 12 at night, and I hear because I worked over there, but it rained. But the Polacks brought in wie heißt this? But they have to pay. They have to.
Cement?
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, so they bought in many different things.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So I worked on the
Train.
They call this Kreisgenossenschaft.
Yeah, trade. Yeah, freight.
Oh,
yeah.
freight.
Yeah, they has to pay. I worked over there because before they gave an order a week before for all the people what they in the small towns, they supposed to go to Zaklikov. This is going to be a ghetto. If not, if you're not going to go, they're going to kill.
Right.
So a lot of people at night, they came, a lot of people, not a week before, they came in over there, and 12 people came in my father's room, laying on the floor to sleep over there. It was no place for me, so I went when in the office where I worked. They were in the office. They had about them with straw, you know.
Adequate straw.
Yeah, and at night, I didn't know beginning. Okay, so over the night, and we wait till other people came in, the Polish people, and asked him what is going on over there in the city. What they Bush book run away because they're going to kill you if they know what you do here. Well, so he went upstairs. The owner for the house didn't know even what I'm going to tell you. And in the morning, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, looking out, you say the Polish, Jewish police is over there. Came to the house, hired to the train, because the train it started to go with the people to the train.
People started to walk.
No, in Carlson, they pushed in all these people in the train. Was probably 10,000 or more people in the whatever carried something. Had to leave it over there. In the Polacken, right away, Gambit, you know. See, then I jumped up and asked no, this was another day. Mischte aus. I went back with me and our friend and begged him to stay over there. We didn't have what to do, to eat, nothing, but I couldn't go out. We saw all the people coming, people pushing to the train. So we had to stay over there overnight. And the other day, I just look it up. Say the Jewish people over there, they came with our house, a wagon, to pick up all these papers, all the
bags,
things over there, what they didn't took.
Yeah.
And I jumped off and I asked him, is any people
Anybody
still
still
over there?
still staying in the town?
Oh,
Anybody?
how many? Me and a friend. So come on, please. We went in the city. In the city, came home.
No one left.
No, but it was already.
No one's
matter.
left.
It's all just out. No, they're smart, the Germans. They know a lot of people ran away in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
So what they did, they left about for the 200, 300 people
In town.
and said, this is a ghetto. And when they sent papers in the train and everything, Zakharov is a ghetto. All the people, the Jewish people, had to go over there. Picking over there someplace else, you will kiss you. So, me and another, there was two brothers was, they are very
Big and strong.
They say to us, we have 10 boys, don't think they are going to let you leave. They go, in a couple of weeks, they probably going to take us too, because they left over. He was mad. So he organized the country go, they gave him money to go to partisans.
Mm-hmm.
Partisans and one girl, Helle, is a Polish man, like a teacher over there. He was a friend from one of them, and the girl, he gave him papers, Polish papers, and said it's going to happen something. Ran away right to the train and go to Germany, like a Polish people. And that's what happened. Of course, 2 weeks later, the wrangled around him. And me, I know I got a muzzle. For me, is in a couple of days, he came also a Hanfling to me. And he said to me, Hersh, why don't you go to the cemetery to take out the people that throw it out? Women and children over there, you know, and that you took their people. The people say that they killed my father. So I went, it was Thursday, and I went over there, and I couldn't walk in a place without take out verschlinkende Menschen schon. Mit Getränke, Wodka, mit gewaschen die Hände mit Wodka, mit Getränke dus. And I was,
Antiseptic.
at the end of the day, I was a little bit verdreit.
Mm-hmm.
So when I came back to the boys over there, I went to our home, fall down, to sleep, that's it. Slept all there. Good, verdreit, get sputz. In 8 o'clock in the morning, I wake up, where's the people? What about 10, 11 people? Laughed zusammen. Geweiren. Probably got driven away. I said, what? No, and I went outside to the Brenner. No,
The well.
Unzuwaschen mehr. And here, I'm in my canoe by myself. And they went, all of them. And the Polish people, the Polish, the police, mit the SS, get me run out. Oh, they gave me the chance, go inside and take us, who's it here suddenly? And they took me in a big building. And here, about overnight, about 500 people all over there, more than this. What is going to be here? Should I run away or what? We have got to go. No, that I decided I can't run. What's going to be? Shoot, light. They came, the SS came, it's about 40 people. Give one Hanko was out to the window. He took 100 boys, this is a dimension, in the cars, but it's a weggevierd. They took us to Bozin. This is near Krasnov, wie Krasnov and Zaklikov. Is gewesen. And the rest one went also in the oven. They killed them.
The ones
We
that
didn't
didn't go along who killed.
We didn't know. I didn't know that they killed the people. What killed? So when it came in, I got here. It came in Warschau. Was an der Aufstand. They started the last people. And they got they didn't let himself. They ran away.
Uprising. Warsaw
But
uprising.
the ending was they picked up from the group what they fight with the Germans, and about 300 fight, but 300 or 500 people. They put out. They took him to the Bozin, the place. And we didn't know. They figured they took the people like they took me. He said to us that they take the people and they kill him and they brand him in the fire. What are you talking about? What are you talking like this? I couldn't believe it. This. But I worked with these people. The Warschau, and I was started to read. That's what it is. So this is the end. Van Dame was what we chased us out, took away the family, everybody, and a few times it wasn't too much for my time in concentration camp. Because all the people, a lot of people, what they chased out of the hospital over the sun, they went to Russia, mostly. And I asked my father, everybody, they go to Russia, why don't we go? So my father said, what is so? Why? Because I had the Russians enough. He told me the story. My father was, he was married before the war, 1914.
For the first
was
world.
the first
First
World
World
War.
Yeah.
He was married. He had this house. And he had a son, Moshe Yaakov. He was a little boy when the Germans came in. They picked that time. I mean, no,
World War One.
when the Russians came in the First World War, they came in over the sun because it was they picked Jews whatever they could. Why? Because they said because the Jews is with Austria. They took him. So mostly went. They pushed him to Siberia, very cold place.
Siberia.
Over there, his wife died, and my father was with this little boy, 5 years old. Came back, got married. With I was born, and another 2 sisters were born. And that's what it is. This is the story. This is the story where I was born. This house.
90% of the town survived, and the reason they survived was because they went to Russia. Now, 10% of the town were taken to the German concentration camps.
Oh,
Of those, 90% of those were killed, did not survive. One of the 10% that survived.
well, in this time, when they chased me out, I went to concentration camp. And the Russian and the people went to Russia is mostly, I would say, 80% people from Russia, they went to Israel.
Oh, they went to Israel?
Yes.
After the war, you mean?
Are you
After
still in
they went to
contact?
Israel after the war.
After the war, the more the war was finished, the second war,
Yeah.
and all of them, they went
So
to
most of those
Russia.
people
Were you able to believe in Hashem during the war, even
Yeah.
everything was so bad?
When they took me in the concentration camp,
Yeah.
so I was in concentration camp. About 6,000 people. One runs out, she starts 10 for them. What do you do? So, after the liberation, I was liberated in Czechoslovakia. So I was Budzin, Mielec, Wieliczki, Plaszew, Schachwitz, in Theresienstadt. This was in Czechoslovakia. I was liberated over there. No? By myself, in my lucky, I got my brother. My brother was half my mother, my father. And he got married before the war. He was in another place. And I didn't know if he's alive or not. Later on, I sang in Mielec, and we kept together all till the end. So I was liberated in Czechoslovakia. In Czechoslovakia, I went out from the place into in the big house.
Yeah, the
office.
DP camp. DP camp.
Huh?
You went from there to a DP camp. DP camp.
How long were you there for?
DP camp is it's I was. It's 4 years, 5 years, what?
Rochel